Welcome to the Toasting Success series on Mashable, presented by the Macallan. I'm Adam Ostro, Chief Strategy Officer at Mashable, and I'm joined here by Ben Huh, who is the CEO of the Cheezburger Network. Ben, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So I wanted to start actually with the story of how you got involved in this business. I know you actually acquired Cheezburger in 2007. What was it you saw in it at the time? I mean, now we kind of take the stuff that you guys do in terms of viral content for granted, but what did you see back then that made you think it was a good investment?
So what we saw was a very vibrant community of people engaged in creating content and sharing it with one another. And while the predominant content had to do with cats and other animals, it was very clear that the reason why people were coming to our site was because of the ability for them to laugh and for us to make them happy. That was the purpose. So in April of 2008, we acquired Failblog from a guy in London. It was relatively small at the time compared to I Can Ask Cheezburger, but we were able to grow that because we knew the opportunity was in humor and happiness and not in pets.
At what point did you know you were really onto something?
You know, our growth story has been relatively gradual. Like, we never saw this inflection point that a lot of other sites go through. There were certainly days that were better than others. And I think the biggest traffic spike that we ever saw in the history of the company came from when we were on the homepage of the New York Times. And we were on the most emailed list for 3 days. And it was one of those like moments of like, wow, I think we made it. Now, that traffic didn't stick around because I don't think our audience is the same as the New York Times. But the fact that people are fascinated enough with our business to want to read about it for that long was really awesome. You know, we started out as a blog that posted cat photos, right? You know, as mundane as you can get. And you can have 1,000 cat photo websites, and for some reason we were the lucky ones. Well, we went from there to a blog network, and now we've transitioned our business into being a humor platform. We want to be the destination where you want to share your sense of humor with your friends. That's where we want to be.
And how do you stay on top of that? Because internet culture is such a quickly moving area. How do you guys know what's next?
I mean, we have Know Your Meme, which is basically our research arm, and Know Your Meme provides amazing definitions and research into what viral phenomena are occurring, their history, how they got there, and how they continue to trend, right? And so we have a research side of our business, but we also have this amazing ability to create and destroy what we have created. And that kind of destruction, the creative destruction that comes with creating a site and taking it down, creating a site and taking it down, allows us to continue to experiment and learn from our mistakes.
Now, I imagine you guys also have a very fun company culture. Tell us a little bit about that.
Our company culture is interesting. We call it the reverse mullet. We're really serious, like in the office, but the outside world sees us as that kind of this crazy, goofy, funny company. We take our job of making the world happy for 5 minutes a day very, very seriously, and we actually have to think about how do we have fun? How do we embody the enjoyment that we also create on our sites? Inside the company as well. I think the default answer is we're more serious than you'd think.
Another thing you do a lot of is public speaking. You're out on the road constantly. You actually had to do a TV interview after here. What role does networking play in your business and your personal life?
I try not to network. I try to find people that I can be friends with. And in fact, there's a few conferences and few events that I go to, and I've been to them probably 2 or 3 times, where I don't know what my friends do. I don't care what you do. That's not why we're friends. We're friends because we're having a good time and we share a common theme in our lives.
What are some of the things you do for fun?
I sail. I don't sail as much as I'd like to. My wife and I go on a lot of trips. I think getting away from where you work and where you live to go someplace and experience a new culture is an amazingly good way to actually see yourself, to know who you are, to put yourself in a different situation and how you react to that.
Are you able to disconnect completely when you do that?
Heck no. We were just in Hawaii, and we would wake up at 6 in the morning and then do email and then start going to breakfast at 8. I don't buy into the notion that you have to be disconnected for it to be a vacation. I don't mind working from a different locale. That's also a very interesting way to live too.
So you feel you have that work-life balance?
I don't have a work-life balance. It's mostly work, but it's okay. I choose to have a balance that is way skewed towards work, but I'm happy with it. And as long as I'm happy with it, I'm going to continue to do it. I don't know that people need this balancing act, and I think actually the cost of trying to create a really good balance is also very, very difficult. So.
Got it. Last question, where do you hope to be in 5 years?
I hope I'm wrong in 5 years. Wherever I think I'm going, I hope I'm wise enough to know that it's going to be changed by whatever happens. And so if I predict 5 years out and I'm right, I probably missed a lot of opportunities along the way.
Great. Well, we'll leave it there. Ben, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks. Cheers.
Cheers.